Welcome to the fan cams. 1-0 for any Tottenham fans watching. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Let me say it again, a little bit louder. 1-0, baby, away from home. But you know what number is even better than 1 today? 83. Because you can save 83% if you scan the QR code for IPVanish, the best VPN on the whole planet. In the history of Tottenham, the history of Chelsea, all of it. Although, I'll be honest, you haven't got much to compete with around here. They don't do much. They don't have many shots. They don't create many chances. But listen, if this was a 3 o'clock kickoff, you wouldn't have been able to watch it. Luckily, it was a 5:30. So check out IPVanish. There's a link in the description. You can watch all the games with VPN. Everyone knows how it goes. And 1-0, baby, for all the Tottenham fans. Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very, very well. Chelsea have beaten Tottenham 1-0, Thomas.
Yes.
What a day, man, what a day.
Yeah, great day. I mean, like I was saying to you before, ugly wins. I mean, I'm all for it. Obviously, we prefer the entertaining, expansive football, and we can prove that Maresca can do it, but obviously he hasn't got the players right now to do it. And we're not playing with a proper 10, we're not playing with a proper 9. So obviously with all these injuries that we have, it's good to get a win like this. Obviously we never really lose here, so yeah, losing or drawing here today would have been a tough pill to swallow. But yeah, it was great from us today, and we just need to keep this up, because we've just shown so much inconsistency the last couple of weeks. Whenever we win, I'm confident that we can go on a run, but I'm never really certain that we're going to cement our spot in the top 4, because we've just been so inconsistent, and the team's just changing a lot, especially the centre halves. So it was good to get a bit of consistency today, because Fofana was unbelievable, and he was so good in the air, and it was gutsy from Maresca to bring Tosin on for the last 2 minutes. Because
do you think it was gutsy, or do you think it was him being almost a bit of a wuss? Because I'm just thinking, keep Fofana on the pitch, and then nobody's going to complain.
He's been acclimatised for 88 minutes for the whole game, and you're bringing on someone fresh on for. Obviously, Tosin's decent in the air. He's not the best, but obviously he's tall, and they're going to swing a lot of balls into the box. So I think it's a smart move to make, but then obviously it can backfire, just because Fofana, I thought, in the air today was unbelievable. I thought on the ball he was great as well. Obviously he's not going to carry the same qualities as Cole will, but yeah, I thought he was great driving with the ball. And obviously everyone would have called for Acheampong to start, but me personally, I really like Fofana, and I think we just need him to stay fit, because if a fit Fofana can just continue on going on like this, I think Fofana and Chalobah, it's like a perfect mix of experience and skill, because obviously Chalobah knows what it means to play for Chelsea. He's been there since youth, and I think Fofana's just that side of maybe a bit more quality. So I was impressed with our performance today, and it was great to get just a grinding out result like this today.
What did you make of the fullbacks as well? We had Cucurella on the left, no surprises there, and then we were uncertain whether it was Gusto or James playing in the midfield, but it was Gusto on that right-hand side.
Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like, for me, I'm not the biggest fan of Gusto in the midfield. Like I was saying to you before, I think if I see Gusto again in the midfield, it's just so frustrating, because we know that technically on the ball in midfield, he's just not on the likes of your Palmers, of your Estevals, in terms of your Lavias, all these players who are so good on the ball, Caicedo as well. But I feel just like James as well, I don't know what this obsession is with inverting the fullback. Obviously, I think Maresca prefers having a double pivot, but you can do that with Caicedo and Lavia. Or obviously, we know that Enzo can play deeper. He's learned the role to play that box-to-box midfield role, Enzo. But it just doesn't look right for me seeing James and Gusto in midfield. The only reason I'd say Gusto is in midfield is just for the counter-pressing he offers, because today our pressing was a joke, and I feel like every time they had the ball, our pressing, we were all over them.
Gusto done a great job against Liverpool as well in that same position. So do you think this is more of a tactic against bigger teams that you think, right, they're going to have more quality on the ball, that's why we need to have that extra bit of spring in that midfield?
Yeah, 100%. I think you would never really see this with a back five. With a back five, you'd probably most likely see Gusto as a flat right back or just an overlapping fullback, which for me, I think is his best position.
Definitely.
But I feel like you said, I think spot on. I think when teams have a lot of the ball, when you know that it's going to be physical in the middle, Gusto just offers that energy. For me, he's one of the players who can go on for the longest, in terms of you just look like he never looks tired. He's almost got that Neto work rate, which I really like about him. Obviously, he's not the most technical in the final third, but like you said, I think that in the middle of the park, as soon as we lose the ball, he's all over them as well. And I think that offers like an extra cover, obviously, because Enzo, we know, is not the best defensively. So I think it's a good tactic, but when you have your players like Palmer, Esteban and stuff, you're kind of restricting them having that freedom in the middle of the park. Because Gusto, often when I see him in possession, he's like adopting that right wing sort of right 10 role, which you just don't really want a player like that on the ball in the final third. So I think obviously he offers a lot of energy. So yeah, it's good to have both Reece and Gusto on the field. I mean, before Maresca arrived, I wouldn't think that it would have been one in midfield, one at right back. But yeah, I mean, we got to just make do with our squad right now.
What about the goalkeeper? I thought actually both goalkeepers had a pretty great game. I even thought Vicario made some great saves throughout that match. Good argument for Chelsea to score 2 or 3. Definitely should have got at least one with Gittins. I mean, but
and Pedro at the end as well.
Yeah, Jean Pedro had a chance.
Yeah. But you know, I was really impressed with Sanchez, and it's just so hard to back the guy because he has a performance like this, and you're like, wow, like, if he continues that, he can be a top keeper. And I think he showed that today. His shot stopping as well, his playing out from the back. Also, one thing that I really like about Sanchez is that whenever we're about to counter, I love the fact that he just always plays it out. Like, he's never hogging onto the ball. It just does my head in when keepers, like, we're through on goal and the keepers just don't release it or they don't play the pass. And I think he does that well. But no, more importantly, his like, shot stopping and then also his claiming of the crosses was unbelievable today. And I think, yeah, with Jorgensen, who just really can't catch anything right now, I think Sanchez was great in the end. We love to see that, but it's just we know that there's maybe a mistake in the back of your mind with Sanchez there. And I think that in terms of like a cup goalkeeper or like a goalkeeper in the Champions League, he's great for like a knockout. We saw it in the Club World Cup because there's limited time to make errors. But I think over the course of 38-game season, that's where you're going to start seeing his deficiencies. And I'm not sure what would you prefer, a keeper who makes a couple mistakes here and there, but when he has a game is great, or just consistently a 7 out of 10?
I guess the easiest comparison based on keepers we've had is like Mendy or Kepa. And I would say Mendy was more like Sanchez and Kepa was more like Jorgensen. Pretty average every week. Yeah. Nothing crazy. And then Mendy had some amazing games and he had some shockers. I'd probably take Mendy if you ask me which. And I'd take Sanchez over Jorgensen as well. So, I mean, that's my opinion on it. It doesn't mean I think that Sanchez is good enough. It also doesn't mean that we can forget the mistakes that he's made. But I haven't seen, I didn't see. That reminded me of Courtois, mate, where he was catching those crosses. There's not many keepers that have the ability to be able to consistently take control of the box. And I think that, honestly, even if you look a year ago, I think that Sanchez flaps at some of those balls. Maybe there's a sense of confidence because now he knows he's the number one. He's had that time. He feels comfortable enough to be able to do that. I mean, you can talk about distribution as well. I actually thought his distribution was really good as well. So, I mean, for me, Sanchez, I give him like a 9 out of 10. Very, very solid.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, I think it fills the fans with confidence when they actually can claim a cross, because when you're defending set pieces or when you're defending throw-ins, it's tough for a keeper to actually claim the crosses because they got to travel a lot of distance. You got many bodies around you, and you got to claim the cross as well without flapping it, as you said, and actually getting a firm catch on the ball. So I think Sanchez was incredible with that today. And yeah, for me, he has potential, and we've seen that he can be really good. And I think he can be. There's certain aspects of his game that are, for example, better than Raya in terms of like his shot stopping. I think maybe they're level, but in terms of the claiming of the crosses, I think he was exceptional today. And obviously we got Penders arriving next year. I'm not sure if he's going to go on loan again, but to be fair, if he continues like this, I wouldn't be surprised if Sanchez was our number one next season and Penders is our number two. But yeah, I have to say, for the amount of goalkeepers that we've bought, it's just like one has to work at some point. It's like Jorgensen hasn't worked, Kepa didn't work. I mean, Sanchez didn't really work at the start. We haven't really had a good keeper since Courtois. And I think that for us right now, we can get top four. We're a top four team, and we've won cups. We're good in the cups, but it's just to get that extra boost in terms of quality and to get higher up in the table, because it's easy to go from 12th to 6th and then to 6th to 4th, and I think to close that gap from 4th to 3rd to 2nd to 1st, that's where you just need to be so good in the market and getting the right players that will suit your system, that bring experience that will really help you. So like a centre-back would be great, a top-level keeper. Obviously, maybe if Sanchez continues, that could be him. But then obviously a striker, like, it's just a shame that we're not playing with a number 10 or a number 9 today. We have no recognised 10. You have Buonanotte, who's not even in the squad, and then you have Guiu, who's barely getting any minutes. So, yeah, I mean, it was great to get that win. But yeah, I'm just hoping for some consistency for the next few performances.
That's all we need, man. Big up to you. Thanks so much, Thomas.
Alex.
Thanks for hanging around.
Yeah, no problem.